Hello, in this tutorial I will be teaching you how to create a high definition logo in Photoshop. Basically by a high definition logo I mean a logo like mine or VV Compact VVs. Okay, so first of all you go to your Photoshop and then you need to select the elliptical marquee tool, or even you can just make a selection of any kind. To do this there are lots of tools on the side which will help you, but I'm going to use the elliptical marquee tool. To get to this, it will be second from the top as standard, or there may be a rectangular one, a circular one, or single row or single column. But if you want to change it, you can just right click on that and then select. But as I said earlier, I'm going to use the elliptical marquee tool. Then you go to your image and just drag and hold your mouse, and by moving it, it will change the size and shape of your selection. You probably can't see it very well in this video, although it will be a white and black animation in the shape which you have, and that will show you. So once you've got that, you need to create a new layer. So go to your layers box, which by default should be on the right hand side, and create a new layer. Clicking this tab here, which I'm showing you now, it should be have a spotlight on it. So just click on that singly, and then you'll notice you get layer 2. You can rename this, although I'm not going to because I really do not see the point. Then you need your colors. So I'm going to make a blue one. So as my first color, as you can see, I've already got a blue. But if you want to change it, you can just single click on it. You'll get this window. Here will change the color, and here will change the darkness and the lightness. All you have to do is click and it will move it, or you can drag it. But once you're happy with the color, click OK. You can do the same with the secondary color, which should be located behind the first color. I recommend making it the same color as before, although darker. Once you've done as well, just click OK. Now here's where you give your image the effects. So make sure your layer 2 is selected and go to Effects, which is a tab at the bottom of the layers box. Then you'll get all the effects you can add to the layer. So I'm going to select Stroke, which is at the bottom. Stroke will basically give the selection an outline. So for my outline, as an example, I'm going to use the color red, and I'm going to make the size 15 pixels. You can type it in or use this slidey bar here. After you've done that, you want to select the gradient overlay. This is where the colors before came in. You go to the selection titled gradient, click the gradient you want, or you can make a new one. I'm going to click the gradient using the colors I chose earlier, although if you do want to make a new one, just click these boxes and then you can change it. So double click and there you go, it's changed. Although, as I said, I'm going to use the colors which I chose earlier. Then, once you've done making it to your specification, just click OK. Then, we're going to make it appear as if it's popping out. So if you go to the bevel and emboss, button, you'll notice it'll be ticked. You can change the style and everything, although I'm going to make the size 70 so you can really see the effect. Next I'm going to add a drop shadow, which makes it appear as if it's popping out even more, although I recommend making the size based on depending on what size you used your stroke and your bevel and emboss. I'm going to use 100. Remember, you don't have to use these effects, they just look good. So once you've done testing out or using these effects, just click OK. Then you'll notice nothing has happened to your image, although you can get a pen tool and make the size whatever you wish and just color it in. I'm not sure if it will appear too good on screen, but this is something what it should look like. Then again, create a new layer by going to the tab in the layers box. Then for this selection, color it whatever color you wish. So to make it stand out, I'm going to use purple. Then just again color over it. Now you want to select the eraser tool, which is on the left hand side of Photoshop as default. So just click on the eraser tool. Next you want to make the size of the eraser depending on the size of your image. So I made mine 500 by 500, so I'm going to make it 700 by just selecting the brush I want and then typing in the master diameter here. Next you just go back to your image and click anywhere on the image and it will rub out the purple. Then you get your magic wand tool, which should be in the toolbar on the right hand side. It may be on the quick selection tool, but as explained earlier, you can just right click to change it. Next, you right click on your image and select deselect. Then you click on the purple like moon crescent effect, and you'll notice you'll get a new selection. Then delete the layer by clicking the picture of the trash can in the layers box. It will ask you if you want to delete whatever your layer is called. In this case it's layers 3. Just click yes. Then you create a new layer by clicking the tab next to the trash can. I shown you this earlier. Then depending on what you want your high definition effect to look like, whatever color you want it to be, you select your first color again. So again, go over to your two colors, single click on it and select the color you want. I'm going to select white. Then get your gradient tool, which is at the side. As default, it will probably be on the paint bucket tool, although you can always right click and then select gradient tool. Then you go to the top. You'll notice there is a sample of the gradient. Just click on the arrow and select any of these you want, although I recommend selecting the white, which fades into transparent. It may be white for you depending on the color you chose. So if you chose green, it will be green fading into transparent. So just click on that. Then go to your image and click and drag your cursor over the image, and you'll notice you will get your 3D like effect. This is known as a HD effect, and there you have your HD logo. So thank you for watching this tutorial.